How to stop guys from liking you. This is the problem that I struggled for so many years, and I hate it so much every single time when there is a guy who liked me and I do not like him back. It's just very annoying, and I hate it so much. I did not know what I needed to do to stop guys from liking me. And eventually I figured out what I need to do to not continue to have this problem. And I wanted to share with you that solution. If you are an attractive woman with decent or great personality, you will have an abundance of men who will approach you, talk to you, pursue, and like you. And of course, there will be a handful of men that like you while you are not even attracted to them, while you don't even want to be bothered by them, and you don't know how to stop having this problem. Here, I'm going to share with you of what you need to do differently to not continue to have this problem, because this is something that I also struggled for so many years. I recall that there was one time I was talking to one of my uncles, and I told him about this problem that I had, and I told him that maybe I should change my personality or make myself to be less attractive so the guys would stop bothering me. But then my uncle told me if I do this, then if I eventually met the man that I'm attracted to, I may not be able to get him to be attracted to me. And I was just like struggling with this. I don't know what to do. Then eventually I realized and figured out what my problem was. The problem that I was having was that I was being overly nice to everyone. No matter if you are a man, woman, ugly, pretty, handsome, rich, poor, tall, short, whatever. I was just being nice to everyone. And that was leading or costing me to have the problem that I had. If you don't want just random guys to like you, then you have to be very selective of who you smile at, of who you talk to, of who you being nice to. If you're just being nice to everyone, then do expect that there will be guys who will like you, who will pursue you, that you don't want to be bothered by them. Now, when I go out and about to the supermarket, walking wherever, and if a guy starts to smile at me and I felt, I'm not attracted to him, I don't want to be bothered by him, I don't want to lead him to come and talk to me, and I just don't want to have anything to do with him, then it's okay. And I don't feel obligated to smile back at the person. But in the past, I struggle with that, and I feel obligated that I have to smile back. And another thing is that if I go to a classroom, wherever it is, and it is the same guy who always come and try to talk to me, try to say hi and this and that. And if I'm not attracted to him, I don't want to have anything to do with him, then it is okay for me just to not respond to him. That it's okay for me to make the conversation short and just cut him off. If he say hi all the time, I may just say hey with no emotion and move on, giving him the signal that is a red signal that stop bothering me. I don't want to have anything to do with you. And that way you don't allow him to bother you. That way you don't lead him to like you. And I recall that there was one time when I went to a supermarket. I was walking toward an aisle, an area that there was nobody around. I felt a little bit unsafe already, and now there was a guy who approached me he doesn't seem to present himself too well. He had also had his hand in his pocket, and I felt that he was having a gun in his pocket or something. He approached me. He asked me, "Can I ask you something?" And I don't feel safe of engaging in conversation with this person. I don't feel safe being around with this person. Then my response to him was no. So when he asked me, "Can I ask you something?" I said no. And I walk away from him, and I walk toward the crowd where there are people. And I don't feel obligated or feel bad that I didn't talk to that person, because I didn't want to be bothered by that person. I know what his intention was, and I felt unsafe to be around him. So it's okay for me to not talk to him. And I want you to know that if you ever come across any guy that you feel they are disrespecting you, you feel uncomfortable around them, feeling unsafe, then you don't have to feel obligated to respond to them. If a car approaches you and the person in the car is a man and he tries to talk to you or ask you something and you don't feel safe to engage in conversation with him, then just don't. That way you don't lead yourself into danger. And it is important that you understand what a man is. I used to be naive and very clueless about men. Whenever I see a guys approach me, we exchange phone number, we went hang out, he was offering me help, doing nice thing for me, and I just think, oh, that guy, he just want to be my friend because I want to be his friend. But for the most part, their intention and my intention were completely different. I was just wanting to be his friend. I would never in a million years would date him. But then of all this thing that he's doing is that he just wanted, for me and him to lead to something romantic, which that is not what I wanted. And it was very annoying and bothersome when something like this happened, is when there's a guy that like me while I find him to be not attractive. So what I realized is that men and women cannot be friends with each other. It can have some rare exceptional. And I did have at least 2 guys friends where we were just friends for many years. And why we were able to be friends for so many years was I met him when I was much younger. And they never show any attraction, any liking toward me. So we were able to be friends with each other. But if I have a guy friend and I'm not attracted to him, now he showed that he is attracted to me, it just makes me feel extremely irritated, uncomfortable. And I hate that feeling so much. Having someone like you, attracted to you, while you don't want to have anything to do physically with them, while you're not even attracted to them. I don't think for the most part that men and women can be friends with each other. If I am going to be friends with a man right now, then for me to be very selective and to be friends with men who I also see that they are attractive. In any case, that if they end up pursuing me or liking me, then it's not going to be as bad compared to the men that I'm not even attracted to and then they end up liking me. Then it can be very annoying, and I just don't like that feeling. I hope to answer your concern and help you with the problem that you have today. Is for you, if you don't want to have guys like you, certain guys to like you, then for you to understand what a man is. Their intention and your intention may not be the same. And secondly, is for you to stop being nice or be less nice to certain men. Then from there, you would not have to have the problems of having a whole bunch of guys approaching, liking you when you are not even attracted to them. If you stop them at the beginning by not smiling at them, by not engaging in conversation with them, by showing that you are not interested in them, then you don't have to lead them or giving them any chance to bother you.